All right, guys, bear with me on this one. This is not my normal type of video, but I just wanted to tell you guys a story. So without further ado, that story will begin right now.
I'm Chris Berman, the Sports Center.
Sports Center.
This is Sports Center.
What's up? Welcome to Sports Center from Los Angeles.
Hello, I'm DSARM reporting live from Sports Center. Today, the Purple Cows will face the Chickens in the volleyball championship.
So this is me, circa 2012? Yeah, 2012, so I was 10. I always loved talking about sports, watching sports, playing sports. The day I was born, this is me. This is a picture of me the day I was born. My dad is a diehard Dolphins fan, so I had no choice but to pretty much be all in with the Dolphins literally since day one. I just vividly remember waking up like Saturday mornings and I would watch Sports Center and then I would just make videos. So I would get my dad's iPad and just make videos of either me talking or of my cat. I say all this stuff like I'm trying to set the stage for the kind of the crossroads that I was at. So I love playing sports. I love talking about sports. I love making videos. But at some point in the last year, it started to come to a crossroads and I wasn't sure what to do. Look at that. What a nice night. Look at that. That's awesome. All right, so I just finished flying my drone. It went pretty well. I think I got some really sick shots. So tomorrow we have a game. So I'm probably gonna do like a game day vlog type thing. So like this time last year, I was kind of stuck. Like my videos weren't getting a lot of views, but I love making them. And I knew that if I spent enough time making the videos, eventually something would click. And I had this idea to tell stories. Like I wanted to tell stories about other people, like successful people. And then also like me telling the stories was my own way of creating a name for myself and making myself successful, hopefully. And then I never really thought to talk about baseball. Like there's such an open market for baseball. So then that's when Joe and I started our podcast. The show with Dan and Joe. 10,000 followers. Holy shit. Smart code to see which one's more accurate.
MTV tour.
Our new studio. We're doing our own perfect game combine for $0.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
Nice to meet you, man.
What's up, guys? We're at San Diego State right now. We're here at the University of San Diego.
What's up, guys? We're here at USC.
This is the main area right here with Joe and Dan. The OG logo right there.
7,000 subs, 8,700 in the last 28 days.
Thank you guys so much. That's crazy. And yeah, like it did really well. And I remember Lance McCullers hit me up, and that was like my first big episode. And you are good at baseball. That was my last name. So how you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. Love what y'all are doing with the show.
And that day kind of showed me like, holy, like, wow, like the social media has such a crazy just power. Like it's just the influence. Like we're in such a crazy time right now that like people who are ambitious and putting stuff out there and learn how to create engaging content that putting it out there, it gets rewarded because then the algorithms will push even more people to see it and it'll just kind of grow like a web and a network sort of. So I started to notice that, and that's why I became so obsessed. Like you can even tell now I'm just so passionate about social media just because it's in such a crazy time right now. And baseball is just wide open. Like no one's really like there's like a handful of people pushing the envelope, which is also exciting because that means a lot of damage can be done, and damage is a good thing. It means I can inspire and hopefully impact a lot of people if I just like laser focus on baseball. I'm gonna be the biggest in baseball.
But I don't know, it's weird. Since I've been like 12, since I was 12 years old, I've been like, always wanted to be a YouTuber. Like this is kind of like what I wanted. I wanted to be like, hey, what's up, guys? Like, welcome back. Yeah, and I did, but it was never good. Like I didn't get views or anything. I'm kind of glad I did that. It took 7 years of just like making videos and it wouldn't get 100 views. Like it was just like how it was. 6 months ago, I didn't know where I'd be in 6 months, but I know I ramped it up. Like I ramped up how much time I was putting into it, how much effort I was putting into it, and just like how much I cared about my content. I was like, okay, well, if I want this to be a full-time job, I'm gonna treat it like a full-time job.
Yeah, no,
that's
definitely
kind of where I'm at now.
And so that kind of passion was where the crossroads kind of came to be, because I committed to a school called Azusa Pacific University, and I just knew I wanted to be in Southern California. And I like 2 weeks before school started, I remember looking at my social media accounts, looking like, okay, like I think this could be doable. Like by doable, I mean like scale to a point where it's like profitable and monetizable, and like the stuff that matters to like my parents. For me, it's more like I look at impact and look at like followers as amount of people that I can show my work to and hopefully inspire. It just became more clear to me like this is probably what I'm meant to do. So I can play baseball for myself, and I love playing baseball, whatever. But it's also, I feel like in the long run, the most selfless choice, because I feel like I can inspire a lot more people in social media and content than I ever could by being a baseball player. So that's kind of what came the decision and kind of led to this day, I think in September, when I got contacted by ESPN. Exclusive access to ESPN's world headquarters in Bristol, Connecticut, and it was insane. In the morning, they had some buffet style food
food set out for us, which was awesome. Then we got a whole tour of the campus, which consists of 16 buildings. They had a film crew there.
They hit me up and they say, hey, we've seen your page. We're looking to get one person from each sport. And, you know, to get recognized by an organization as big and as, like, ESPN is sports. You know what I mean? Like, they're so interconnected and it's so well established. So I was like, holy shit. I kind of pitched to my parents. I was like, I'm going to double down on this. Opportunities are coming. I took that leap of faith and I used my faith to kind of like judge, hey, is this going to work out? And then for ESPN, we got to go on a trip. The World Series had started and I pitched to them that I was like, hey, like Lance McCullers, he kind of like clicked this thing. Like he's a big catalyst for me going like all in with this and just doubling down on it because I just realized the power of it all, like I was saying before. If I could get to the game where he pitches, I was thinking it was game 3, which ended up being in Philadelphia. I got an email and said, hey, you're going to the World Series. And like literally it said, hey, you're going to the World Series. And I was like, let's go. Like I was like, let's do it. And so I flew to Philadelphia and my mission there was just to make really cool content and show ESPN that, you know, I'm really about it.
It's gone! Yes! Anytime! The Phillies take game 1. Postseason. And the Astros have a win in game 2. The World Series is tied 1-1 as it heads back to Philadelphia. All right.
Test. All right, guys, I'm in my hotel room right now, and I was just testing the mic. I'm actually still just testing the mic, so if this doesn't work, this won't even be in the video. World Series Game 3 tomorrow. Lance McCullers is on the mound. Whew. Gonna be fun. It's gonna be super fun, so. All right, guys, it is game day right now. Phillies versus Astros, but check out this view. They hooked it up. This is, I mean, this is pretty sweet. That's Philadelphia. Yeah, man, I'm super excited. Thanks again to ESPN. Like, that just sounds so sick to say. So yeah, I'm gonna document the whole game. I'll see you guys there. Let's go. All right, boys, I'm at my seats, technically. This is what we got going. I'm super pumped, man. Got the clip-on mic, so I'm ready to go. Bro, this place is f***ing popping. And I got a cheesesteak I'm about to eat, so I'm pumped. The game hasn't exactly gone as planned. I guess that's just the nature of sports, and still the World Series, which is pretty freaking sick. One last look, crowd's going crazy, man. It's been a really fun game for sure. So 8th inning, barring an unforeseen Astros comeback, I think the Phillies are going to take this, which makes it 2-1. So I'm going to walk around, get some more final looks at the stadium, but yeah, man, this has been it's been pretty sweet.
And it's funny because if you guys are familiar with how that game went, Lance probably had his worst outing ever. Like he gave up 5 home runs. He was tipping his pitches. Philadelphia won 7-0.
McCormick takes strike 3, 7-0.
I take that as like, okay, it's not always going to go the way you expect. But then I had to take a step back and realize, dude, I'm out here in Philadelphia making content for ESPN at the World Series. The Astros ended up winning the World Series anyway. It didn't matter. And this is just the beginning of my relationship with ESPN, hopefully, and maybe even other big corporations in the future. So, you know, now it's just about doing the work, which, you know, I'm not afraid to do. So point is, like, job's not finished, you know, like the Kobe quote.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
So this video is kind of a leap for me, but this whole last like 6 months has been a crazy leap for me. And I've noticed that just like the universe kind of rewards you when you do risky things. Don't take that the wrong way. Like you got to be calculated. And I know it's kind of like cliche to say, but obviously like the work you put in today directly impacts the life that you live tomorrow. And I try to take that with me every day. Like I know I'm kind of taking a leap right now. I think my hard work is starting to get recognized on a smaller scale, but eventually, you know, small things lead to big things. So I'm taking that and I'm running with it. Like that's so amazing. And it wouldn't be possible without you guys. So you guys are messaging me, commenting at me, like saying all these super positive things, man. And I cannot be more just thankful for you guys for, you know, taking something from it and then leaving your feedback, whether it's constructive or positive. I'm just so glad to even just have comments to look at, like refresh and have new comments. That's 12-year-old me would be freaking out. Like comments were always the biggest thing. Like when I was like 12, if I got a new comment on a video, I'd be so excited. So I try to keep it as non-cliche as possible, but sometimes you just gotta like grind set. mindset. You just got to get into you got to be like, hey, I'm going to grind today to pay off for tomorrow. And that's kind of where I'm at. So yeah, just keep working hard, and hopefully my hard work will be rewarded and your guys' hard work will be rewarded too. So I'm going to keep making content, keep making little movies, and keep hopefully, scaling up and growing and making a career out of it. So thank you guys so much. Camera's about to die, so I think that's my cue to stop talking. So I'll see you guys in the next video very soon. We got a lot more planned. So yeah, see you guys later. Peace.